Hi, it's Laura Griffin with Loudoun Living at Pearson's Fifth Realty. Some of you also know me as the Loudoun Mom. I'm a top selling real estate agent in the Loudoun County and DMV area, and I am your resource for everything and anything Loudoun County. So you clicked on this video because we're talking about the pros and cons to living in Loudoun County, and this is our summer edition. So if you want to check back at the bottom, I've linked our other pros and con video, but today we're going to talk about the summers here in Loudoun County. Whether you live in Loudoun County or you're relocating to Loudoun County, I'm happy to be your resource for anything having to do with Loudoun County and living here. My phone number is 571-354-7325, or feel free to email me at the link below. So let's dive into the cons first, because I think those are the easiest, right? So what are some of the cons to living in Loudoun County in the summer? So I'm going to tell you what my number one con is, because it has to do with the humidity, right? I'm originally from California, and we were just back there visiting, and it was 111, and everyone was like, oh, it's so hot. And it's like, you have never felt hot unless you're living on the East Coast or in the South, and it's 100 degrees with 86% humidity. It feels like, I don't even know. I think I could cook eggs out on my driveway sometimes, or cook a batch of cookies. I'm not sure. But it is so hot. The humidity is just unbearable. I mean, you look like you need to take a shower after you took a shower. And my hair does not like it. I think that's my biggest thing, is my hair will start to, it's curly naturally, it starts to curl, but it gets frizzy and yucky, and thank God I've got a good hairstylist. And thankful for Raimi for making it look like it does, but the humidity here is unbearable. And it's not uncommon for us to have 80, 89, 90, I don't even know. Some days I think it's like 100% humidity. So definitely the humidity here in the summer, I don't think compares to anywhere else. Especially if you're from the West Coast like I am, you don't know hot until you hit 90, 100 something degrees with humidity. It's the worst. The next is, if you were here for this summer in 2021, when I'm filming this, it was the cicadas. And if you don't know, we had a 17-year cicada infestation, I guess is what it was. We were overrun by these little bugs with wings that flew, and driving my car, showing houses, they were hitting my windshield and splattering, and you can't let them sit because they're some sort of acidic, when they smush on your car, they're acidic-y, and so we had to get our cars washed all the time. But the cicadas were horrible this year, and thankfully they come out every 17 years. So if you're moving here, you're not going to see it for a while. And I felt bad. I had some clients who just relocated here this summer and bought houses, and it was during cicada season. It was like, what are these things? And they're crawling on your legs, they were crawling on your arms, and the noise. I forget the decibels that they go to, but the noise they make, my husband says it sounds like a weed whacker, just 100 times worse. It's this zzz noise, and them spotting your car. And I think the cicadas in the summertime here are the worst. And it was disgusting. And I'm hoping, I don't know, I told my husband, I said, in 17 years when they come back out again, let's just go on vacation for like the whole month that they're here. We'll just skip the cicada season. Because I think it started like late May and went into like the middle of June, and we had a cold snap, and it was like in the 50s, and they kind of died off, and then it got really hot like in the 90s, like a few days later, and they came back. So we thought we lost them, but they were still there. So they come out of the ground, they're creepy, they're crawly, they're disgusting. So definitely the cicadas is a con to living in Loudoun County in the summertime. The next thing is, if you're an outdoors person like I am, I love taking hikes. I loved having the kids outside. We bought the house that we did with some land because I want them to just go out, be dirty, be kids, have fun. Our neighborhood, we live in Willisford, and our neighborhood has 44 miles, I believe, of trail. We have zip lines, we have outdoor areas, but the worst part about it is we have so much to do, and it's fabulous, is the ticks. these little tiny creepy crawly things make everything unbearable. The dog, we had to get special tick medicine when we moved here to prevent them. They still get in our house. I've pulled some off my son. So definitely the ticks in the spring and summer months are really bad. They're everywhere. You have to be just diligent about checking. And we have little special tweezers to pull them off because sometimes they're kind of a pain. And you never, I swear, it doesn't matter how much we check the kids, there's always a tick here or there that gets on them. And we're fortunate that we've only had, I think, 2 tick incidences where they're actually like on my children. It's always been in the hairline, but I'm thankful our kids kind of lighter hair, so it was a little easier to see, but they're definitely disgusting. And we just have a huge deer population, and they, along with other animals, carry the ticks. And we have some of the highest instances of Lyme disease around here. So we take our ticks very seriously, always spraying the kids. We're always spraying our yard to kind of prevent from having them. But definitely the ticks are a big con to living here in Loudoun County in the summertime. The next con is actually my kids' con to living in Loudoun County in the summertime. And that is our afternoon crazy thunderstorms. And if you've ever been to Virginia and Loudoun County, it's very lush, it's green. Like I said, I'm originally from California, so in the summer months, it's very yellow and everything's really dry. We're still very lush, and it's because of the rain that we get all the time. So it could be a really nice day, you're at the pool, and a thunderstorm just rolls in. So we get a lot of them, usually in the afternoon, I would say. So when we go to the pool, I always preface, like, we're going, because the weather looks good, but it could change while we're out there. So don't, if no one get upset if we have to come in a little bit early. But my kids always say it ruins our summer evening and our summer afternoon fun. So the rainstorms is their biggest con to living in Loudoun County in the summertime. So we've talked about the cons. Let's get to the good stuff, right? What are the pros to living in Loudoun County in the summer? The first one for my husband is, and for me as well, is the traffic. So the traffic just magically kind of dissipates in the summer because everyone's on vacation. Some people are still working from home, but there's just a lot of people that are not here. And so whether I'm taking my kids to summer camp or we're going out for a date night or my husband has to drive into DC because he still has to go to work, there is less traffic and it is so much nicer. You don't need to buffer in this extra, like 15, 20, 30 minutes of oops time. We call it our oops time, which is why I always have my computer with me, because you never know when you need to leave a little bit early because you get stuck in the traffic. So traffic is dying down. It's the summertime. It can be a huge advantage to living here because people are gone. So the number one pro to living in Loudoun County during the summer is a little bit less traffic than you have than any other time of the year. The next one is we have a professional soccer team called Loudoun United, and their field is just kind of on the Leesburg Ashburn line. And that is a really good pro to living here. So you can actually go see a professional soccer team playing during the summer months. My son loves soccer. He plays in the fall and in the springtime with our local Loudoun Soccer Club. And so he loves to take in a game. I do too. We're excited. We've got a couple tickets for this year. And what a fun experience that you don't get in a lot of places, right? Who has a professional soccer team? We do here in Loudoun County. We also have a professional football team, which used to be called the Redskins, but now it's the Washington football team. And their campus and their headquarters is in Loudoun County. So occasionally you can see them out practicing or around town. So that's another really cool thing, is that we also have our own professional football team here in Loudoun County. Another pro to living in Loudoun County during the summer months is we do have a lot of recreational things to do. And if you like water, you like hiking, here are a couple of our favorites. We love Watermelon Park, which is a rafting and a floating river that you can do here. It's up near Berryville, and it's a fun adventure. If you love doing rafting trips, I did a lot in Northern California. We live near the Yuba River and the Sacramento River, so something that I grew up doing, and it's something that we take our kids to do. You also have great falls. We can do hiking and see some amazing waterfalls, which is right on the Maryland and Virginia border. We also have the Beaver Dam Reservoir, which is a boating reservoir, but not like motor boats with motors. It's like canoes, kayaking, paddle boats, things like that. So we've got another body of water. If water is something that you like to do, that is definitely a pro to living in Loudoun County during the summer. So I kind of touched on this as a con, but a pro tip or a pro to living here in Loudoun County in the summer is that we get lots of rain. So this is the first year we've actually had to have a sprinkler system in our house. But we get so much rain that you really don't need a sprinkler system. It kind of naturally waters. You do need to touch up here and there. At our new house, we did opt to get one because we have a lot of grass and I got tired of moving the sprinklers and wasn't doing my job. And yes, some of our grass died. And I lost maybe a tree or two. So we definitely did it for this house because we have, I don't know, like my husband's counted and I don't remember what he said. I think it's like 37 trees I've planted and I don't even know how much grass we have, but we have quite a bit, probably about a half acre or so of just grass. So we didn't need a sprinkler system and most houses don't. But it is something that's nice about here is that your water bills will be a little bit less because even though if you're like us and you do have a sprinkler system and you're watering, nature kind of takes over for you and helps you out and you get to skip some of your days of watering. And we get so much rain that everything is always lush and green and pretty and you'll see lots of things blooming this time of year and it's not real dry. Like if you're like me from the West Coast, things are kind of dry in the summertime. Here it is complete opposite. So I think that's one of the pros. And it's also very pretty seeing green grass all along the different freeways and routes and things versus seeing kind of brown, crispy grass. There are lots of events, which is one of my kids' favorites, pros to living in Loudoun County in the summer. So whether you're going to One Loudoun, you're doing the kids concert series on Mondays, Fridays, you can go to Ashburn, the Village at Leesburg, and they have outdoor events on Friday nights during the summer. One Loudoun also has a carnival. There is farmers markets going on. There is a lot to do in the summer. If you're bored, you shouldn't be because there's so much to do. There's splash parks at some of the shopping centers as well as some of the HOAs have splash parks and some of the parks and recs facilities do. So there is tons to do with going to concerts and exploring splash parks and different things in the area. We're also just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Bristow where you have Jiffy Lube Live, which has a lot of top bands. It's an outdoor theater space where you can see anyone that you've ever wanted. I mean, they had Dave Matthews one year and a whole bunch of other bands. So if you like music and outdoor concerts, you can definitely go to Jiffy Lube Live or you can go down 267 to Wolf Trap, which is just outside of Ruston and Tyson's Corner, and they also have amazing outdoor concert series during the summer and pretty much all year round. So definitely check those out if you like to do outdoor concerts. If you like to eat outside, Loudoun County is the perfect place to do that during the summer. Yes, we have humidity and it's hot, but a lot of the patios do have fans and things, and we love to eat outside. We eat outside at least once or twice a week here at our house for dinner. And a lot of the restaurants have phenomenal outside places where you can enjoy a lunch or a dinner or just even a cup of tea or coffee. So Clyde's is one of my top favorites. They have amazing outdoor space with a water fountain and like a little reflecting pond and flowers. And they've got this, the flowers kind of climb up and there's like a gazebo, arbor, I guess is what it is, an arbor. And so that is one of our most favorite places to eat dinner at is at Clyde's. And when we want to sneak away for date night, that's where we go. Blue Ridge Grill is also another family favorite. Our kids love going there. Again, it's got a beautiful outdoor space and the food is phenomenal. We like Shoes, Cups, and Corks, which is in Leesburg. That's a great place to get a cup of coffee. They have like a little, kind of like a secret garden that you can sit outside and have your cup of coffee there too. So eating outside is definitely another advantage to living in Loudoun County in the summer. So one of the other advantages to living in Loudoun County is our breweries and wineries. We have so much to offer, whether you're into beer or wine. Visiting them in the summertime is so perfect. They have food trucks. They'll have little events where they'll have petting zoos or face painting, so many activities for your family. Or they also have some breweries and wineries that are adults only. So if you want to get away with your girlfriends or your significant other for the day and just kind of enjoy the wine and breweries of Loudoun County and the farmland, which we still have here in Loudoun County, breweries and wineries are definitely the place to go in the summertime. So the last pro to being in Loudoun County during the summer is that you can actually have a staycation here. We are so close to Washington, D.C. and everything it has to offer, from monuments to their parks, to the botanical gardens, to museums, that you can, in visiting the White House or the Capitol or Supreme Court, you really can do so much within a day, less than a day's drive. So a day trip, it's perfect for here. That is one of the major things about living in Loudoun County, is we're so close to everything you'd want to do if you were gonna visit the Washington, D.C. area, but you're just a quick little drive. About 30 minutes to an hour, depending on which part of Loudoun County you're in. and you can be a tourist in your own backyard. And there is so much to do during the summer, from fireworks downtown for the 4th of July, which not a lot of people can say that they've been to, is something that's really amazing about living here. Visiting Mount Vernon and going off the Potomac River, everything is just really phenomenal. And you can spend the when it's 100 and something degrees out and 90% humidity, it's a perfect time to go visit one of the Smithsonians and take advantage of their AC. So definitely living in Loudoun County in the summer, one of the biggest advantages is that you get to visit DC and be a tourist and kind of have your own little like staycation here in your local area. So if you have any questions about living in Loudoun County, or even in the summer months, or visiting or relocating, I'd be happy to be a resource for you. You can call me at the number above or email me at this email address right below, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions about buying, selling, or renting here in the Loudoun County area. I hope you have a great day.